Right, on the south today, it's been a long time coming, but Invercargill's newest hotel has opened its doors, showing off what's inside. The Governor's Bay Jetty is finally on the mend after a long battle, with more work still to be done. And a 93-year-old Dunedin woman is helping children in Ukraine using her knitting needles. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Hannah Wilkins. Visitors to Invercargill can finally enjoy a touch of luxury while staying in the city. It's been a long journey for New Zealand's newest hotel, but locals were excited to look inside the Langlands at its official opening.
A proud ribbon-cutting ceremony for Southland, signalling the Langlands Hotel in downtown Invercargill's finally open for business. The $52 million project is a major investment in the southern city, backed by the Invercargill Licensing Trust. The 4.5-star hotel features 5 bars and eateries, with bosses hoping the new hotel will become a major attraction for locals as well as visitors.
People in Invercargill now are saying how exciting it is to have a hotel with such high quality.
This week's opening is an extra special moment for outgoing Trust Chairman Alan Dennis, who reckons the venue is world class.
The ones that are staying here said they feel comfortable if it was in New York or Sydney, happens to be in Invercargill. So it is exciting, it was a dream and it's a dream that's come true.
It's been a long, hard journey for the project team to get to this point. Material supplies and labour shortages causing headaches and delays along the way.
Construction started sort of October 2019. COVID wasn't even a thing. No one knew what that was at that point.
Among the special guests at the opening festivities were descendants of William Langlands, one of the founders of Invercargill, whose name the hotel's adopted.
I mean, we keep the Langlands alive within the family anyway, but to have it out there is pretty special.
Family members proud to see their name on the building, which is now ready for the hotly anticipated summer tourist season. In Invercargill, the South Today.
Police are still searching for a Waimate man who's believed to have been murdered. Police spent yesterday looking for the body of Anaru Moana, searching through dense gorse at Borton's Pond near Duntroon. Moana was last seen by his niece on the morning of December 20th last year, the same day his mother died of cancer at her rest home. Police believe he was murdered following his disappearance. They're also following new lines of inquiry and searching around the Waitaki Valley and Awamaru areas. Work is underway to rebuild a 140-year-old jetty at Governor's Bay near Lyttelton. The ambitious project comes after a 7-year battle by residents to save their historic icon from deteriorating further.
Residents of a small coastal town near Lyttelton watch as work gets underway to rebuild a historic landmark. Governor's Bay is one of the earliest settlements on Lyttelton Harbour, and the jetty's been a feature of the area since being built in 1874.
There's a lot of stories that people have got to tell that have happened on that jetty.
However, the wooden structure didn't fare well in the 2011 Canterbury quakes, with a post-earthquake inspection finding it structurally unsafe. Residents were upset with the inaction over its restoration, rallying together in 2015 to take on the big task of repairing it. The Governor's Bay Jetty Restoration Trust then approached the Christchurch City Council with their plan to restore the jetty to its former glory.
It was quite difficult because as we were trying to go to tender and negotiate with council, it was late last year at that time when construction costs were just rocketing. And
after lengthy discussions, the council agreed to pay half of the $3.5 million required. That left the other $1.75 million to be raised by the Jetty Restoration Trust. The team are now halfway towards their goal, but still have another $750,000 to find. The rebuild of the 300-metre-long jetty is expected to be completed around March next year. In Governor's Bay, the South Today.
Otago bus drivers are delighted with the surprise news that they're getting a pay rise from tomorrow. The Otago Regional Council is increasing pay rates for all its contract bus drivers to the median wage of $27.76 an hour. The pay boost is aimed at addressing ongoing driver shortages, which have caused disruptions to bus services in Queenstown and Dunedin in recent months. Better pay could help attract bus drivers who are already qualified and make operators competitive with trucking companies, taxis and ride-sharing services. The ORC is aiming for a full return to timetabled services for Otago buses after the summer holiday period. A routine discussion at a Dunedin City Council meeting turned into a feisty exchange this week as Councillor Lee Vandervis repeatedly questioned the CEO over future spending plans.
Can I please have an answer to my question?
The rudeness of your comments aside, Councillor, the question has been answered.
Mayor Aaron Hawkins attempted to shut down Councillor Vandervis during a heated exchange over growing debt at the Dunedin City Council. DCC Chief Executive Sandy Graham was scheduled to give an update on the city's refreshed strategic plan, but Vandervis put her on the spot with his line of questioning.
So you don't agree that the financial strategy of increasing our debt by $100 million every year is unsustainable?
The financial strategy, Councillor, is a decision of
Excuse
Council.
me.
Councillor.
I asked a question of the Chief Executive,
and
I would very much like an answer from the Chief Executive without your interruption.
The Council has voted to sharply increase debt, in part to cover future projects including flood protection, roading and other major infrastructure and maintenance projects. A 93-year-old Dunedin woman is doing her part to put smiles on the faces of Ukraine children. Murray Scott is one of a number of keen knitters making cuddly bears to be added to care packages in an effort to show support during the war.
A family of colourful bears, knitted and ready to be sent off to their new homes. It's a project that's kept 93-year-old Murray Scott busy recently. She was introduced to the Yuri Bear Initiative 6 weeks ago and has been busy knitting ever since, creating 17 bears to be sent off to the Ukraine.
I'd love to do anything to help them, and I couldn't help it. I just got into it and I knitted and knitted and knitted.
This isn't the first time she's helped people with her knitting. She also made teddy bears for lonely people around her retirement home. She had been watching the situation in Ukraine with concern, so jumped at the opportunity to help out in some small way. Murray even got up in the early hours of her 93rd birthday to get the knitting needles going.
And I knew that how it could help a child if they had something special of their own to love.
The bears will be sent to Auckland next month to be added to care packages being shipped to the Ukraine, where they'll be distributed to those in need. In Dunedin, the South Today.
FA Yakane, still to come on the South Today. Kids are tested on their literature knowledge, and Southland netballers are looking to claim a Guinness World Record while raising money for charity.
It's bedtime at My Mate John's. Time to visit the sleep specialists. Time to find your perfect mattress match. And of course, time to save money.
And My Mate John.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Every day the team at Gillian's supports grieving families at their time of need, from answering your questions to organising a farewell that reflects the wishes of your loved one. We can help. Call Gillian's today.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. Children from around the south have come together to test their knowledge of children's literature. The Kids Lit Quiz pitted teams of school-aged readers against one another, and the competition was fierce.
Keen student readers trying their hand at the sport of reading at Southland's Kids Lit Quiz. This team from Blue Mountain College pooled their knowledge of novels, poetry and non-fiction to take out second place. But it was a team from Invercargill's James Hargest College that won the quiz for the second year running, although organisers say the competition was close.
What a good result today. 1 point between first and second, 1 point between second and third. These kids are avid readers.
The quiz aims to test the students' knowledge of books of all genres, but the ultimate goal is just to improve literacy levels by encouraging kids to read for fun.
So this is a competition for kids who do read rather than kids who can read, and you have to be really top-notch and love reading, and you want to see the smiles today, and parents are blown away.
The fun event's been running for 31 years, with organisers pleased to see that more male students are choosing to take part. In Invercargill, the South today.
A team of Invercargill netballers are preparing to shoot their way into the record books. These Rata Netball Club players are part of 6 groups shooting netballs on the ILT stadium courts with the goal of sinking as many balls as they can over 24 hours. The Southland netball players are aiming to score 14,500 goals to claim the Guinness World Record and raise money for the Southland Charity Hospital.
I think that we will just go as much as we can over that 24 hours. So even if we hit the world record and it's 6 in the morning, we're going to continue to go and make the record, the new record, as high as we can, so that it makes it harder for others to chase it.
The Rata netball players started their marathon effort late this afternoon, with the team already raising $7,000 through the Rata's Shootathon Give a Little page. And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South today. Invercargill's The Langlands Hotel is now finally open, with the ILT backing the major investment for the city. A historic jetty in Governor's Bay is getting a fix-up after a 7-year battle by locals. And Dunedin woman Murray Scott is using her knitting skills, making toy bears for Ukrainian children. And time now for a look at the weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, a cold weekend ahead with frosts inland, and brace for some bitterly cold air mid-next week, possibly with snow to low levels. Heading to the top of the South Island. Showers and easterlies with 14 up in Nelson tomorrow. Fine but windy in Greymouth with 15 as the high. And Christchurch looks cloudy with nor'easterlies and 12 degrees as the high. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago now. Fine with light winds across the board through here. 13 on the way for Ashburton and Timaru, with 12 down in Uamudu. Westwards now to the Central Lakes, and more light winds and a fine start to the weekend through here. A calm and clear 14 degrees for Wanaka, Queenstown and Alexandra. Heading further south, Balclutha and Gore will be lovely and fine on Saturday with very light winds and clear skies up to 13 degrees, while the Catlins can expect a cloudy one with southwesterlies and a high of 11. Now down to the deep south. Well, fine and cold tonight in Invercargill, down to 5. Sunny right through the weekend with southwesterlies and a spot of cloud both days. Saturday's high 11 and warmer 13 on Sunday. And lastly, heading to Dunedin. Frosts overnight as we hit the 0 degree mark. Fine and sunny tomorrow with light winds and a high of 12 before another frost. Into Sunday, lovely blue skies with some cloud at times and cold nor'easterlies. 2 from 2, it's another 12-degree day. And that's the news this Friday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. And you can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand. We'll see you again next week. Mā te wā.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.